He's not impressed me as a performer. As someone who's in the entertainment business, I see him as a manipulator. I think he's done a masterful job of taking how we market a president, which is, I guess, I mean, you guys know about how long that's been going on, but it just seems to be, especially with cable news now and with social media even more so, as someone said, it's a Kardashian world.
And as we know, much like the Kardashians, the damage that billionaires have done is well-founded.
How do you feel about Trump supporters?
I think I agree with the fact that they were betrayed. They were betrayed by the Republican Party that, you know, maybe it goes back further, but Karl Rove and company, you know, grabbed them and promised them things, and it didn't happen, and they're disaffected. But it's also, it's so, I mean, look at anything that Trump's done. It plays into hatred. It plays into what's the worst possible thing we can create and then fan that flame. And that's why you've got racism and bigotry and make America, the hat should say, make America white again. That's what it should say. That's what it should say. And he knows that. He's playing to that.
Indeed he is. And look no further than the most recent example we have.
Mr. Trump sprung a video on an unsuspecting Cyril Ramaphosa designed to back Mr. Trump's unsubstantiated claims that there's a genocide underway in South Africa targeting white farmers.
In recent days, the president has welcomed white refugees from South Africa to the United States, just weeks after signing an executive order suspending America's refugee admission program.
President Trump has ground all U.S. refugee admissions to a halt except for one group, the white Afrikaner ethnic minority that once led South Africa's brutal apartheid regime. The first group of South African refugees in America claim they've been victims of violence and discrimination. Claims of a white genocide are often circulated by right-wing groups but are simply not true, said Afrikaner academic Pete Kirkham.
There's no sign of it, never has been. In fact, whites are economically the strongest group. This is the land of milk and honey if you're white.
The day news clip that you saw was from 2016. Post-election, here he is.
November 5th I told a couple people, I said, we're gonna find out who we are. What I'm concerned with now is more like, I hope this is who we are now. And in 2 years, we'll see. Will it still be who we are, or will it be worse? Are we living through a time in American history where 50 years from now, they'll look back as the end of democracy happened now? I hope not. But I don't trust people with absolute power. And I think they have it. And we'll see. I mean, if it truly is about the voters, if there will be people who find out that the price of eggs is going to go up and that tariffs are going to hurt them, and when it starts to affect them personally, financially, maybe that'll change the minds of some people who thought it was okay to try him again.
Well, here's the problem with that. After his first 100 days, a PBS NPR Marist poll found 45% of U.S. adults gave the president an F. That included 80% of Dems, 49% of independents. On the opposite end of the spectrum, 23% of Americans, including 54% of Republicans, would give Donald Trump an A. How does anyone, if they are paying attention to what is happening day in, day out, give this man an A? Well, I'll tell you. Well, it's white evangelicals. They make up a large support system the president retains in his first 100 plus days. The Pew found 57% of white evangelicals approve of the job he's done. Furthermore, 69% rate the ethics of top Trump administration officials as excellent or good.
I think we've lost character and integrity and decency and respect for the rule of law. I think that's flown out the window. And I don't think social media is going to help us fix that. I think we live in the era of outrage. You know, this may be absolute chaos and the incompetency not only of Trump himself, but of all the people he seems to be parading. is there a relationship with Putin that we haven't had before? I mean, having just done the Reagan-Gorbachev thing, it's night and day. The U.S., Russia, even as tough as it was in '86, I don't know where we're going, and I fear that Trump doesn't either, and that he's going to get played.
I think what's most frustrating as a member of the media who tries to bring the news, also has to read up on everything and dig on everything and make sure, crossing our T's, we're dotting our I's, is the level of deception that people eat up. The amount of people who have been duped or willfully duped, intentionally duped. The amount of people who do not care about their fellow man yet claim to be pro-life. The amount of people who claim to be pro-life and yet are in favor of cuts to Medicare and Medicaid. The amount of people who love thy neighbor yet want to kick their neighbor out of the country, want to send them to a foreign gulag. It's not only troubling, beyond disappointing from people, and I know this is relatable, that we know, that we love, who continue to peddle in this sort of crap and are tanking us, bringing us down because they fell for a con man. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag. Football's become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Let's not beat around the bush.